Hey everyone. Today we're going to talk about hammers a little bit. I already did a hammer guide way back in the day, if you even want to call it way back in the day. It was like my first video on ReZero on the channel, so if you want to go check that out, it's in my channel, so you just have to go look for it. But we're not really going to be like talking guide talk here. We're just going to be talking some updates to the Discord and some updates to hammers in general that are going to be coming to the game soon. We don't know how soon. So what I'm talking about is a couple weeks back they actually added in these these new hammers. So if you go through here, it tells you what you can roll and what slots. So 1 through 5, 6 through 10, you can roll those stats, which are these and these. Oops. So if you click on the I button right there, it'll show you what you can roll on those. And then you have SP 1 through 2, 3 through 4, and then SP 5. So you have these two together, these two together, and then this one by itself. And then if we scroll even further down, they added these a couple weeks ago. I didn't make a video on it because I was assuming this was going to be for like a later update. It wasn't out yet, so but Rept here over on the Discord had translated some of this stuff already, because a lot of people were talking about hammers in the Discord lately, and he thought it'd be useful to translate the stuff. And I thought might as well do a video, since he went through the effort of translating. Might as well talk about these new stats. So 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 look pretty, or actually no, never mind, sorry. I thought it was only 5 that had the new stats. They all have the new stats. Comparing them to their old, I think they give up crit chance. It looks like none of these have crit chance, but instead they have these new perks. I don't know where the slots are gonna be, if they're just gonna be like a different typing for these, which I would assume, because I think they would implement them like with a SP. So they're either gonna add like more slots to how it is like up here, like 5 here, then 6 through 10 here, or something like that, or there's just gonna be like a same slots but different actual hammer. So if you see over here, these are called the blue SP hammers in the translations. So these have additional stats, which are extra damage and action gauge, increased action gauge. So extra damage isn't really as self-explanatory as increased action gauge is. So if we go ahead and read this, they have explained increased action gauge. If you want to see the range of stats and hammers, please check the images down below. And these have been here for a while. We've seen these before, and I actually used these images in my original video. And then I believe the action gauge is explained here or something. Oh yeah, so if you have this ability right here, the increased action gauge, it will start at the beginning of your battle, so it doesn't apply like throughout each turn or everything. Beginning of battle, I'm sure Rept will probably watch this video and correct me. I think beginning of battle is the first turn in every single stage you enter. Like if a stage has multiple fights in it, every single time you enter like a new fight, it counts as like the beginning of a turn. If not, you can see the comment below. Rev probably corrected me. But yeah, so I think that's how that's gonna work. And basically what agility and action gauge are, agility is how fast your action gauge fills, and then your action gauge is like your actual gauge. I think at least that's how I've experienced it to work. So if you want agility, it's gonna be as fast, like if you're reading a memory like Valentine's Day Rem, why her idle memory that came with her is so good is because it fills your action gauge like to, I think it is 50%, and that's like automatically like really good, because you're I can't talk, you're going first no matter what, like if you have that idle memory, gold. So that's why action gauge is more or less a lot stronger than agility. But agility is throughout the entire fight, while action gauge is at the beginning of the battle. So, or at least the things that give action gauge tend to be only at the beginning of the battle. So then we have also extra damage. Extra damage, my theory is it's gonna be taking a percentage of the damage you just dealt and then apply that as well, like guaranteed. And then what you can roll for is probably like that percentage to boost it up. Like, so it might be like an implemented stat on all characters if that's the case. But I think that now, like saying it out loud, I think that's a lot of work for the devs, and I don't know if they'd implement a new stat like that for every single character in the game. So extra damage could be like completely at 0, and then you actually have to roll for it on your character, or it's like a chance or something to do like a double attack. I don't know. There's a lot of theories that can be made for extra damage, so it's very unique in the way it's worded, and like the fact that we have no explanation. So also we can just go over what he's translated so far, which is really nice. If you have a lot of questions about hammers, because hammers definitely are like very confusing at first. I remember when I first downloaded the game and I went into the hammer screen, I was like, what the hell is all of this? I was so confused. It is a very confusing thing at first, but once you actually get into it and start like learning, it's actually pretty simple. So we have 1 through 5, 6 through 10. I just explained these can all like roll separate stats, and if you click the I button in the middle, which is right here, it'll show you what each slot can roll. 1 through 5 can roll these, 6 through 10 can roll these, and you basically roll for like a random stat. Let's say you're running golden hammers. If you run an attack, you can get from anywhere from 20 attack or 60 attack. And the higher your hammer, the better the stat's gonna be. The higher the lowest number is gonna be. Like, notice how if I get super lucky with a stone hammer, it's gonna be a 10. But if I get terrible luck with the golden hammer, it's already a 20. So like already the golden hammer is way more worth. But they're obviously going to be a lot more rare and expensive. And we also do have rainbow hammers that haven't been translated on like a table yet. These are the SP hammers, which are the slots down here. These are the ones like the stats you can roll. These are very specific and for very I would say knowledgeable players. So I wouldn't recommend jumping into SP hammers right away. Especially if you don't know, if you find yourself asking yourself, how do I roll this character? Like, what do they need? You don't know anything about the character's kit or anything like that. I mean, that's a clear sign that you should probably stick away from these, because these are a lot more rare than even the rainbow hammers, which are, the best rarity for the normal slots up here. So definitely be aware of what you're doing with your hammers and be very careful. They're also mighty expensive. I think silver hammers are like 5k, and then golden hammers jumped to 20k. So like silver hammers, if you want for some reason every character in your box to be slotted, just pop a silver hammer on every single one of those stats and you'll get it done in no time. But golden hammers, jump from 5k to 20k, which is a big significant jump in my opinion. And rainbow hammers are even more expensive. I believe rainbow hammers are like 30k, and then SP hammers are like 50k. So you have to be careful, especially with money wise, and how much resources you want to spend to this kind of stuff. So that's basically it. Also, again, I just said this a little earlier, but these are the icons and what they do. So we have HP, attack, agility, debuff chance, debuff resistance. Then we have crit rate and crit damage. Crit rate is the little exclamation mark by itself. Then crit damage is the one with the little comic book looking symbol. I had trouble with the crit symbols at first as well, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to have trouble with those. So just remember, the comic book looking one is that the actual damage, and then the exclamation mark by itself is the crit rate. Then I guess we have new symbols with the attack with the little symbol, and then the agility with the plus and the line over it is action gauge and extra damage. So more symbols to learn. There's been no official word on the blue SP hammers. They just basically added the extra stats into the game a while ago, and I don't think they ever said anything, because I read a lot of the patch notes and stuff like that. I haven't seen this. They just kind of subtly put this in here one day, and I saw it and I was just like, okay, well, I guess I'll wait for other people to pick this up. I was debating on putting it in the Discord or not, but I was positive that other people saw it, and sure enough they did. Yep, those are the blue hammers. I'll probably do like another hammer video when the blue hammers come out, talking about them, and maybe after like a couple months, or maybe like during the 1 year anniversary, I'll redo my hammer guide video. My hammer guide video was like, I don't think it was bad or anything. It was definitely like not as experienced as my other ones, because it was my first video, and it was something that like I thought everyone should know about, because you know, hammers are really confusing, and we still get a lot of questions about hammers. So it looks really confusing and complex at first, but once you get into it, you kind of understand. It's not as complicated as it seems, and it's kind of straightforward, but there's a lot of ins and outs to it. So maybe I can make a little more clear guide later on down the line, especially when they've stopped adding so many hammers, because I think when I first did the video, we didn't get rainbow hammers, and we definitely didn't have SP hammers. So a new video is going to be really useful there. Also, I'm going to be making a Krush versus Amelia video, like who you should summon for. I was debating on not doing it, but I think since Krush still has like 9 days left in the shop, I think that's plenty enough time for people to re-roll. And I think right now is a okay time to re-roll. You know, obviously we just have to have Annie like a couple weeks ago, and I think that would have been the most optimal time. But I think these characters are like a lot more game changing and a lot more useful in various situations, so I think might as well do it. And I've been getting a lot of questions too. I mean, especially because Amelia looks so good on paper, and you know, the fact that her art is literally on another level, and the Krush animation is one of my most viewed videos, so people clearly have an interest in Krush and the new outfit and stuff like that. So it just makes sense to make the video. So I'm gonna probably be making that like today or tomorrow, and then uploading it definitely tomorrow. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. I hope this kind of cleared up some more information. Again, join the Discord. This kind of stuff Rip does is really helpful for new players. We do have like a help section, so if you don't want to like read through stuff like this, you can just ask a like certain question, and we'll answer it, most likely if you know people are on and stuff and have time. And again, you can also, comment down below. I always have notifications on for comments and everything, so I get, if I don't get to you like right away, it's probably because I'm sleeping. But yeah, I try to answer all the questions. So yep, that's gonna do it for the video. Sorry this was all over the place. I just kind of wanted to get this out there. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.